Hi, this is Sherry at Twisted Granny Tarot. How are you all tonight? It's January 2026, and we have to face it, folks. But we're going to a new year, and all we can do is cross our fingers that it'll be better than last year. So let's try that. Okay, we're going to do Libra, Mr. and Miss Libra. Y'all are, well, if I remember correctly from December, there were some kerfuffles and some issues that were like holding you back, maybe. So I hope we can give you a good prediction this time. Okay, actually this is the channel that uses a horoscope diagram for a card reading, a tarot reading, because we get a lot of information out of this, different categories, your money, your communication, your home, your romance, your partnerships, those kinds of things. You'll get that in just one sit down with somebody. Okay. This is a copy of the Year in a Day calendar published by my friend Link, who likes to research antiquities. So the new calendar hasn't come yet. However, there are some items here listed in January on certain dates that we can predict that they'll be held every January, okay? On the 12th, Roman feast of Compitalia to honor the household gods. Does that mean the god of food and the god of the refrigerator and the god of the freezer? No, I don't think so. Maybe the god of the cave, which is where they kept their food, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Also on January 12th, Hindu Makara Sanskriti, celebrated in India with saffron, songs of joy, and ritual baths in sacred rivers. Why is that? Makara Sankranti. You know, he should have a little go with book with these so we can look it up and explain it to you. Or maybe I should just. No, I like impromptu. Sorry, I probably won't do any research and try to improve it that way. Okay, the cards have been cut, they have been blessed, and they have been shuffled in not that order. And so this is a new deck by Barbara Moore. She's like the designer, and it was illustrated by Mikey Jansen, Mieke, Mickey, not sure. I used to know somebody named Marika, but that was a long time ago. And what else we got here? So some of the pictures that Mikey painted, she's perfectly allowed to do this, but she used her own talent to represent the meanings of these cards. Now, sometimes her representation is not exactly like the traditional drawing. So sometimes I might have to check with this because this has the drawings of the deck I'm most familiar with. And I really don't want to have to learn a whole new daggum language. Holy moly. Okay, so first house, Mr. and Miss Libra. Let's see what you got. Oh, while you're feeling mighty powerful and self-possessed today, at least today, and it's because the Empress is the first card that showed up. Now, what do you think of that? The Empress is the queen of all the queens. So you're feeling particularly benevolent and kind, powerful, and generous. Okay? According to this. Second house, oh my gosh, it says Three of Wands. Somebody here has got a problem because she's bent over her desk. And she's trying to, okay, so because you feel like a beneficially favored in the first card, this might be a card of you wondering what you're going to do with your newfound wealth or your newfound status. How do you continue that trajectory? Third house is your communication. Oh my God. Oh dear, 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 dear. Now Libra, I know this is not your preferred method or your preferred state of mind. But in your house of communication, because you all are highly diplomatic, highly mindful of manners and how your voice affects other people and how you want them to feel better after they talk to you. Well, what do we got here? Third house of communication is the emperor. Now, this is not a nice guy. So you may have been put in a position of repeating bad news to some certain people that you work with or that you live with or that are relatives or friends. The emperor is said by many other tarot readers to be an unlikable character. And he's also said to be like the teacher you had in high school that came back every morning and handed your homework back on your desk and said, do over. Because he's a highly motivated taskmaster. Like that. You don't like that. Because people don't have to be mean to get you to do what you're supposed to do. And people don't have to be mean to get other people to do what they're supposed to do. Okay, fourth house is your home. Woo, got Knight of Pentacles. Look at that. All right. Do you work out of your house? Because this is your house of home. And what are these guys? He's making money at home, apparently. So you may have some kind of a side hustle where you make money from the house. Or B, you may actually do remote work from your house. Now, because that's a face card, I pulled another one to modify that. So you know what this is the devil. Oh, no. The devil, now don't panic. The devil is what you most love and what you most hate. Okay? Now don't take this too far out in the future, but it's also indicative of a drug addict. Okay? Because they love the drug and they hate themselves when they're done. Or like with food, you love to eat and then, oh, you might have overdone it. And here you are trying to lose weight. Okay, so it could be as simple as this. If you work at home, there are lots of distractions. There's the TV, there's the refrigerator, there's the radio, there's the car. You can take the kids to the park. I don't know. But working at home is a blessing and a curse in this case today. All right? Okay, fifth house is romance and creativity. Oh, what do we have here? We have the Chariot. The Chariot is, well, this person driving the chariot. Oh, well, on other decks it's horses or cats. lots of artistic license on a tarot deck. So in this, the two dragons. Oh my goodness. Okay. The man the driver, could be a man or a woman, is holding a scepter, and it looks like a wand. And he has a pentacle over his head, or her head. Now, you would think that a person driving a chariot would have reins attached to the necks and the bits attached to these dragons. There is not a rein in sight. He's letting the dragons take him wherever they want to go. So, if this is the fifth house, so are you? There's something going on with your romance. It doesn't have to be bad. It could be your willingness to experiment, your willingness to go on vacation or do things that you've never done before with this particular person. And they could turn out to be highly attractive and successful. Not the people, but the activity could open up whole new worlds for you, so to speak. So the fellas there, this is a major arcana card, holds significance as a destiny card. So it also could be that you may be willing to date two people at the same time because you want variety, you want selection. It's got to do with your dating and your romantic life and these. So there might be two women you want to date, and it might be, depending on what kind of a Libra you are, some people are perfectly willing and able to date two people at a time. For other people, it's too confusing to date two people at a time. So ponder that. Okay, sixth house is work and health. Ooh la la, ooh la la, ooh la la. We have the high priestess, and it is next to the chariot. Now, the high priestess is your intuitive knowledge, and she kind of performs like a fairy godmother. She's on the other side of the veil, and she can whisper in your ear what is going on with the people you talk to, what's going on in their subconscious mind. Because if you look at a person and you hold a conversation, but that person, you might be able to tell when they're telling a lie. You might be able to tell when you might be able to discover that they're lying simply through this conversation, because you notice their eyes shift, or they don't sound sincere. You've got a really good intuitive, psychic, telepathic streak today. So keep working on it. The thing about the psychic endeavors is turn your radio on. Because if a person says, I don't believe in that stuff, I never get messages, I never have any sneaking suspicions, and never. It's because their radio's off. Turn your radio on and believe that you can get them, and they will start coming in. But after X number of years of saying, I can't do that, I don't want to do that, I don't believe in that, it's going to take a while for that to catch up with you and be smooshed and move forward to the fact that a lot of people have mental telepathy, and they know what you're doing. You're not telling anybody, but they can pick it up like that. Okay? So cool. Okay, that's your sixth house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sixth house has to do with work and health. So then that's very simple. At work, you'll be able to pick up little nuances if you're looking for them. Now, this does not mean you're going to make up lies about people. You could just say, I feel funny around them. I have a funny feeling about them. The other part is with your health. Now, the thing is about your health is that, let's pretend that you have lived in this body for 40 years and you know when something is wrong with it. But you can't get a doctor to find anything. So you'll have to use your intuition in order to figure out what's wrong with you. And that is another reason to use it and to learn how to listen to it. It's more about you listening to what is coming through the ethers than about you telling people what's coming through the ethers. Okay? All right. Seventh house is marriage partnerships and business partnerships. Ooh la la, we got the King of Cups here, which for a woman, this is a man, but for a man, this could be a woman, and it should be the Queen or the Princess of Cups. And so, well, the Prince of Cups, he's mired in his emotional state. And he's probably very psychic, or she is probably very psychic. And that psychic sense can help any person that they're married to, because this is hidden knowledge. By the way, the word occult, the original meaning of the word occult is hidden knowledge. Well, when I found that out, I thought, well, it's hidden knowledge. What the heck are they hiding it from me for? So that's when I went to work digging. All right? So this guy or woman is a potential romantic partner. What is this? But you've had a lot of bad relationships or a lot of disappointments with the people that you have dated. And they have taught you things. Because what this is the Five of Swords. This guy's walking away with weapons after he's tied up the man and killed the woman here. This picture is not on every deck. Oh gosh. But the swords are. And it usually means he's sneaking off with some knowledge, or he's sneaking off doing something illegal. I don't think you're doing anything illegal. I think that you are capable of remembering how other people treated you, and they taught you what some people are capable of, which might be painful, that might be distributing pain. These people might like hurting people, or they might be thoughtless and stingy and whatever in the world. So if this is a romantic partner, this you, how shall I say this? This person is going to have to do a lot of convincing and be on perfect behavior on a regular basis every blankety blank time, or you aren't having anything to do with them because other people have taught you that they're no good, and so we automatically look for flaws. Then, okay. So you might have to kiss a lot of frogs. You're going to kiss a frog soon. Okay, eighth house is money from other people. Now this is the Six of Pentacles. Now she looks like a teacher, and she looks like she's bored to death talking to this student. And the Six of Pentacles, has to do with, let me see now if I'm right. Hang on. Well, okay, in a regular deck, the Six of Pentacles is all about the main character in the picture giving money to children, to pay their debts, to give to charity, that kind of thing. You see any money passing hands here? No. So what this person is doing is giving her advice and helping to teach this person about the subject that they're both involved in. And since she's wearing a witch hat, I think it's pretty obvious what subject it is. So if that's money from other people, it's going to be a long time coming. Money from other people means income tax checks, lawsuit checks, insurance checks, inheritance checks, I say that, and bonus checks. So it's unexpected income, unearned income. And I think the person in the picture is being prepared, the student in the picture is being prepared by the teacher to recognize when the difference between a good deal and a bad deal, the difference between a good spell and a bad spell. A good spell uses positive psychology. A bad spell can backfire on you. Sorry. Okay, that's 8. This is 9th house of, wow, philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not yet. And who's here? The star. The star is actually the sign of the teacher, and it is a sign of Aquarius. It's kind of built itself around the characteristics of an Aquarian. They want to be able to teach people. They want to be able to make sure that every person on this planet has what they need. If they need a coat, they have one. If they need boots, they have one. If they need books, they have them. So this is your benefactor, and somebody who we need, just in general, a kind and generous person who wants to get the people who are unhoused or unpaid to be able to survive. She wants them to survive, so she's going to help them survive. So if this is the 9th house, so if you had the time and the money, you may be willing to go to Tibet and pray on the mountaintops with the monks to be enlightened so that you can help other people when you're finished. So you have a tall order there. You have a streak of kindness and beneficial. You want to provide items to people who need it because they need it. Okay, that's a kind and wonderful way to be. And people admire you for that. They'd probably vote you for president. Okay. And as an 10th house is your career. Ooh la la, 10 of cups. All right, then you're working for the ability to see your future family members prosper. In other words, you're just not working for yourself, to buy yourself a house, to buy yourself a car, to live in. When you want to have extra money, you want to be able to leave it for your children or leave it with a charity and give it to people who need it. And that's your major goal. You want to leave a legacy of some kind for somebody. And you know what? This is a really good way to start because you already have the desire in aces right here. Okay? Oops. Now, where are we? And this is the 11th house, which is, oh, look at that, friends. Now, according to this, if you had your choice of a lover, you would want somebody who's your friend first, somebody you can have an intellectual conversation with, because after all, Libra is an air sign. So it's ruled by, what? I don't know, Mercury and Venus or something? I don't remember. But, so this is a lover's card. So you want a lover you can talk to, make plans with, and share ideas. So, oh, this is a major arcana card, and I don't think you're going to settle for anything less. Okay? So keep looking because he'll be out there, or she'll be out there. Okay? 12th house is what you think about when you go to sleep at night. Wow, okay. You think about being rich. This person might have a book in her hands, but the original meaning of this card is somebody who's it's a woman in a garden who is very happy with her achievements, very happy with her surroundings. She has money, she has influence, she has pride. And that's who you want to be when you grow up. Okay, now let's see how this card does. 10 of Wands. Oi. Okay, I need to look at the 10 of Wands here because this does not look like the 10 of Wands I'm aware of. And the 10 of Wands is, oh, yes, it's another generational card, hot digging dog. Now, the original card, do you see any other generations here? No, the other card has to do with grandma, grandpa, the kids and stuff, but this guy is talking about, well, this has to do with prosperity and achieving success for himself, but so that he can extend it to what he believes are worthy individuals. They could be his children, they could be his friends, it could be somebody else's children. So it's a generational card. So wow, Libra, you got big plans ahead of you. You know, no wonder you're nice. If you feel this way about people, then they're going to like you, and a lot of them will help you get what you want. So if we're talking about the month of January, then I am going to say that, well, let's count the major arcana cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 major arcanas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. That's it, 6. So on a 12 card spread, because that's all, those are 12 signs, this is half of them. Half of them are indicative of your fate. Not your fate sounds terrible. Indicative of success you can expect. Let's put it that way. So keep on doing the good work. Keep on perfecting your own work ethic and perfecting your own ability to connect with the people who are going to help you achieve what you want to achieve in the world. Okay? Because the world is big and you can make your mark in it. Love you, mean it. Thanks, Libra. Good luck. I'll be rooting for you. All right? Bye.